Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect once again. In the previous episode we started construction. As you can see, the foundations are all put in for the bottom massive building, and obviously it's individual rooms but it's one huge foundation, and we've got a couple of the grants done. We've got the short-term investment completed because I just let the game crack on while we got that money. We've got the basic detention centre grant done, and in 70 hours we'll have the long-term investment done as well. We need to do cell block A, which is raise our prisoner capacity to 15, which should be hopefully one of these cell blocks, and also we've got things like a staff wellbeing initiative, which is what we're going to do now, because I've just realised that some of the guards, some of the staff, in fact all the guards and staff, are pissed off because apparently there is a need for them. It says pissed off. Now I didn't think there was needs while the prisoners weren't here, so that's new to me. Either way, let's crack on with the staff wellbeing initiative, and also, while we're doing nothing else, we'll research, well, we need to research probably micromanagement and policy, so let's go for that as well. So we'll go over to materials, wall, and then we'll place a wall all the way along here. This is going to be our staff room. I'm going to change the wall slightly, just so we don't have it right next to this side. We want it closer to this end because that's where the majority of people are going to be coming along, and also where the it's also going to be where the kitchen staff are going to come along as well. I've just realised as well we can probably cancel this, and we don't need to plan that off. What we do instead is go to quick build and office, and then we just place offices in like that. There you go. Job done. Easy. Excellent. We'll also do the same probably here, but well, we'll see how it goes. So we need to have a staff room, so staff room, and we'll place one staff room in there, and we'll go to canteen. Hang on, we'll delete this bit. Canteen, and we'll place that as a canteen. Now obviously that's going to say canteen for the time being because we don't have the ability to deploy anyone yet. We can't actually set any deployment zones, so this is all classed as any access for everybody, which is not something we want, but we'll see what this goes like once we have the ability to place that, and that should then turn into a staff canteen, because once you designate it as staff only, it does change. Speaking of the staff room, we will place a couple of things in. We need a toilet area, but the problem with it is if you put doors on it, it then classes them as another room and it glitches out, which is not something I like at all, but there's nothing I can do about it, apart from perhaps maybe section it off into a different area. If I do that, for example, and then have a bit that goes around, like, I don't know, like this maybe, something like that, and then have toilets in like so, then at least that is still classed as the same room. Well, right, we've also got, we need a large television, sofas, arcade machines. Well, it actually needs a drinks machine and wide sofa. So let's get the drinks machine in, so we're going to put one of them in for now. And then we'll have a, well, it'd be nice to have what is it? We need a wide sofa. A wide sofa. What about a large telly? A large telly here, and then you can have like wide sofas behind it. That might be quite useful. Let's place that and see how it goes. But these are all in. The only problem is you're going to hear noises from there while you're watching the telly, which is never a good thing, but yeah, hey-ho. Once this is in, this television, we should know about the right size. Oh, one thing I'm going to do before I forget is actually demolish that bit there, because at the moment it's stopping people from going all the way around, which is never good. I have at least 5 guards without assigned duties, so we can easily get that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Strange, because I have at least 5 without assigned duties. Well, I have more than that. I have 6 without assigned duties. Okay, over to this, and we can see. Oh, look at the size of the television, like broadcast type thing. This, if you're in that box, you can see it. So, you know what? We can just place some wide sofas like that. Really, 1 and 2. And we can put the sofas like back to back like that if we really wanted to. Not going to place any more though, because quite frankly, we don't need to. We don't need to, and we're spending too much. So, although no, we do need them really at this point. We do need them. So I will put some more in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then arcade cabinet's always useful. See, I like the arcade cabinet so you can see it. Should we have a couple of arcade cabinets here? One there maybe. And then we'll have some, I don't know, just some standard little sofas around here for people to sort of talk to each other and stuff. And we'll have a radio maybe. Do that. Have a radio. There you go. Oh, I forgot that makes noise. Loads of noise as well. Anyway, so they're now on break. If we go over to our policy, we can now see we've got staff pay. You can now increase or decrease the overall pay rise. It's just a percentage for staff. And you can see it says maximum staff taking break. Only 10% of the staff can take a break at any one time. And there's also parole cutoff, which we're going to reduce to 15. It's getting a bit cramped around here. We're not going to use cell quality ratings. We don't use that. And that's about it. We do need to alter our policy here, but the thing I needed to check it early on was the staff pay and the staff taking break. So you can see they're on break. They're pissed off. If we go to needs, we don't have a psychologist. Just dandy. Okay, so I guess we'll go over to psychology and then health, and we'll research both of those. Now, I don't really know where we're going to put them. Obviously, we got 3 more areas here which we can place people, but I'm not entirely sure where we're going to have them. Let's just go to office here and then rotate the office around like so, and it's just pretty much copying the same as that one. That's fine. Obviously, we'll need to break this up as well, but yeah, let's let them crack on. So, once that is done, what else do we need to do? Well, we need to get some walls put in around here and also some power, because at the moment we haven't got any at all, and that's not good. So let's spend a good couple of minutes going around and placing all of these walls here, and then we'll also worry about the stuff outside, because we do need to start thinking about getting some prisoner capacity in here. Right, so there's that done. It's placed all of the walls and everything else. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got 1, 2, 3 officers. Obviously, one of them is going to be for the foreman, one of them is going to be for the chief, and then one of them could be for the psychologist, but ideally the psychologist you want to place elsewhere, probably around here perhaps, where they can do, where they can have people come in and talk to them and such. Because if you've got the psychologist not available, or in an area like this, then the prisoners won't be able to come through, so it's not something we can have. Either way, we've now got, or we haven't got deployment, but we should now have the ability to hire a psychologist. We can. We're also going to go for security as well. So what I'll do, since we have another grant, I believe, we can go for inmate health and well-being, which requires a medical ward, 2 doctors, and a psychologist. So let's make one of these our medical ward, and let's just say the one on the right. It doesn't really matter too much. We'll go to planning, we'll go to walls, and then what we'll do is put a wall right around the back, and then we'll have this, like so. And this is going to be the morgue at the back, this is going to be our medical facility, and this is going to be the psychologist. So in order to get access to the psychologist, we want them to come through here and then here. And then that's going to be in the back there as well. So, one bed. I don't want it like that. How many beds could you fit up against there? You could fit a row of beds like that, and then you could have a bed like that, and then you've got a walkway around it. Or you could have the beds in the middle. It's a bit big, but it's fine. It does the job. I'd rather have more, because when you're going for pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, then this is useful for that. Okay, foundation, building brick. And then we'll build all of that, and then obviously we'll put the walls in, and we do need to put the entrance in. Now, this is always a point of contention. I don't know what to put on here in terms of walls and doors. Now, I'm generally of the opinion that you make it staff only, and then people have to be escorted in and out. The problem with that is that it then doesn't make the psychologist accessible. So you'd have to then have this is staff only, this as like normal access. So I don't really know. So having a staff door as middle ground doesn't work, because, you know, there's no need for it. If you're not going to have this as staff only, then it means that the prisoners will be able to walk in and out anyway. Even if you've got a large jail door or even a solitary door, they'll still get access because they just request it, and then they'll be let in because there's nothing telling the guards that they can't go in there. So that'll be changed when I figure out exactly what door we want. Obviously, for this one, we want a door standard, then the staff door at the back, because this is going to be a morgue, you see. So we're going to type in office, here we go, and then we'll make this an office. Obviously, it's slightly bigger than the other offices, but it doesn't really matter. Of offices? The offices. And we'll have a infirmary, which will go in here, and then we'll have a morgue, which will go around the back. Obviously, the morgue is quite easy to just sort out, because you have slabs like so. And then the medical ward will have beds going up like so. I'm just going to place them all. We've got enough money to crack on, really. And then we'll have an office desk in here with a chair in it. And then we'll have... Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel those and move them down a little bit because I want to have the office desk in like so. Then I want a couple of chairs. Well, maybe a chair there. And then obviously filing cabinets will go up the top, which I'm not going to place all them all because I'll spend too much money. Over to staff and then to Doctor 1, 2. There you go. And then we also need to hire a psychologist, which will put them there, and then immediately they're going to turn around and walk elsewhere because that's what the game does. It doesn't assign them to the closest office, it just assigns them to a office, which is why I'm going to cancel all of those, wait for a couple of seconds, and then place them back. And if I go over, we should have him assigned to that one, which he's not. And why the hell is that the case? Hang on, office. The office. Office. Cancel all of that, cancel all of that. Right. Cancel that. Replace office. Psychologist office, yes. It looks like I needed to replace it. And then we'll put all of these in like so. Okay, and also staff will hire a chief. One. And then while we've got that, we'll go for deployment. We're going to go for patrols. We'll research education and maintenance. And we'll just do the lot, really, because we're going to need them anyway. Obviously, we do then need to go for... looks like we've got... Did we manage to get the... Oh, yes, we did. Staff Wellbeing Initiative. We did get that. Excellent. We've got prison maintenance. We've got visitation rights. We've got security procedure certification, which is something we're going to be getting eventually anyway, so we'll go for that one. And let's work on... Reports won't close for some reason. Let's work on our very first cell block. So we're going to go for this one here. So it's going to take a little bit to place. I'm going to go over to planning and then to walls and just place the walls like they should be, well, like this one, to be honest with you. And then we know roughly what we've got. So I need a shower at the end, but mainly what I'm looking for is the 15 prisoner capacity. So that's fine. Staff morale is currently at 29%, as you can see, which is not good. Let me just pause a moment, go over to needs and staff needs. You can see there's a bladder, bowels, and food need there with a warmth need. I didn't think the needs were going to turn on immediately as soon as you get the staff turning up. Normally the needs stuff and everything else doesn't activate until you get your first prisoner. So this is something I'm going to have to stop now and I'm going to have to deal with. So... this canteen here, we can't yet set to a staff canteen because, well, we can't. We just don't have access to it. We don't have access to that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to probably go to... I'm going to disassemble both of these, dismantle both of these, and then I will go over to objects and then to serving table. I'm going to put a serving table... Oh, I can't put a serving table in that corner. It's going to have to be in this corner then. I'll put a serving table in this corner, and because that's in a staff room, it should then supply stuff to the staff room. It'll just be like sandwiches and things like that. So that should be fine. In terms of heat, we don't have any heat over there. By the way, I know these have to be heated. In terms of where the heat's coming from, I have no idea. Almost certainly a water boiler just placed here and then run along. Just because that's the simplest way of doing things. I'm a fan of the electric radiator mod. It's something I have used several times, but I don't know if we're going to be going for that. I'm just going to dismantle some of the stuff in here just before I forget. So there we go. That's just the spare rooms, the spare stuff we placed just to get the grant done. Obviously, that's not going to be permanent. Let's go over to the objects tab. Actually, no, it'll be in utilities. And we're going to place the power station, the water pump, and a water boiler, like so, and then obviously capacitors, which will go right along the top. Some of these we'll have to buy, some of them we should be okay. And we're just going to connect all of these up to the grid. In fact, most that will be connected to the grid because of the way it's placed, and there you go. So we've now got water, we've now got power, and what I'll do is I'll run I'll put a capacitor in there, just so we don't have to run one more cable, and then we'll run a cable straight across, like so. And then we can run it to all of these different buildings here when we need to. Excellent. All right. So we should have now food. Yes, food is now getting deployed there. Danger level is going up because of low staff morale. Staff morale is now 19 and decreasing. Oh my good grief. Let me just check what the deal is here. So we'll go over to our policy. We're going to put our staff... max staff on break. I'm going to put to 100% because at the moment I just want them to take their breaks whenever they need to. In terms of needs, we've got a staff needs. You can see if the food need is getting taken care of, there should be a bladder need bladder and bowels needs here that able to take care of because of that. You can see the toilets are in here. So why they're not getting fulfilled, I don't know. What I'll do then is I'm going to go over to the utilities and then a large pipe. We're going to run some large pipe. I think we're going to run it down to the center here. So the best way of doing it, I believe, is run the pipe probably from here up, along, up, and across to the center. Do I run it to the end and then do it that way? No, I think just running it to here would be sufficient. And then a small pipe will come along, up, out, and then sort of follow the grounds of this. That should be fine, I think. That should have enough distance. You can see. Oh, look at them! They're all sitting there. They're all eating away. Look. That's fine. So that's getting taken care of. But the bowel needs is not getting taken care of. Why is that? It's very, very strange. Maybe they have to be set to staff only. Well, let's try that. Because sometimes that is the case. That they need to be set to staff only. It might just be because they're not plumbed in as well. So we'll see how it goes. We'll have some staff doors on here as well. Staff canteen, we will have all of our basic stuff in. So we need tables and chairs. So we'll have probably them like that, you see. Or do I want them like that? Ah, better idea. First, we'll get the serving table in, like so. And then we'll have... It's not very big, is it? It's very, very small indeed. It should have really been one size. It's just one size too small here. There. And then... there. And I'm guessing we're going to have to do... this serving table there. And then I was going to put some toilets in. Right across from this. That's not very hygienic, is it? Oh well. It just needs must and all of that. Just because of the way the game works, because if I put a door on here, it breaks these two rooms up. The class is separate rooms, and obviously I don't want that. This is same requires an entrance, and it is 100% correct. So I'm going to put an entrance on far left or far right. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to put it there. So, looks like the pipe work I'm going to focus on. So you can see I've held control and focused on that. So it means they spend it's their priority to fix this. Staff morale's at 12%. Oh my good grief. We're gonna get a strike. I didn't think we'd get a strike. I'm not clicking on all the tabs, I just need that one. Bowels and bladder and a bit of warmth. Why they're not... Is it not plumbed in? Oh, why would they not do that bit? Fine, whatever. Hopefully that'll fix the problem. But you can see they're on break, they're having food and stuff, so that's fine. Yes! It was a plumbing issue. Okay. It was just me not plumbing it in. Whew. Right. That's good. That should fulfill most of them needs now. Danger level's going down. Everyone's taking a massive piss. Good. This is sorted now. I don't think that large pipe is going to reach this bottom bit, you know. The canteen. Don't think it will. They've got some sandwiches, look. See, these ones, there's two different types. You've got the staff room, and you've got the staff canteen. Staff canteen can have things like sandwiches, warm food, as far as I'm aware, cooked from the kitchen. Again, as far as I'm aware. However, the one that goes in the staff room only has like packets of crisps, bananas, oranges, things like that. You know, I wouldn't say ready-made food, because we know that, you know, it's not ready. It's not just like you don't pick a packet of crisps off the tree. But it's that sort of thing. Anyway, that's not reached there, so what we need to do is expand it. The way to do it is probably go to there with this large pipe. And then we'll have a small pipe just going straight up. And then we'll just dismantle that. Like so. But that is Staff morale is now 100%. Excellent. The only problem that we have at the moment is to do with the warmth need, which there is a little bit of a need. But at the moment, as you can see, where the sunny season summer. So we don't need to worry about it yet. We will need to eventually. And there's also an environment need. Because it's very dirty, obviously they've got a bit of environment need there as well. But overall, this is good. We're going to go back over to our policy. We're going to reduce the... No, we're not going to drag that about. We're going to reduce this, the max staff taking a break, to 20%. So we're back to more realistic methods. And looks like all of these are now plumbed in. That is good. We will pause it there. And, whew, that was, yeah... That was a little bit hairy, that one. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. What I'm going to do is just make sure that these are connected up to the power grid. The reason I'm running this into here, because we will have CCTV, which requires a direct connection to the grid. These ones don't, but we still want to connect them up like so. And to power these, to get these rooms done, we could probably go up and around. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the lights on around here, that's all. But, in order to get this... let me just go up to bureaucracy, by the way, because we want to go for... probably groundskeeping, cleaning, intelligence, hire a foreman, like so. And... has that not been... oh, I was going to say the lights aren't on because they're just not there yet. Is that door... where is that door? I'm going to dismantle that. There's something something a bit dodgy here. Oh, yes, it's in the wrong place. Right, okay. What I'll do then, I'll put a wall there. And I'll put a staff door there. Okay, so it's more correct. Because at the moment, it just ain't. Right. So there is our horrible, filthy staff room, but it does function, which is good. Unlike previously where they couldn't use the toilet because it wasn't plumbed in, which is, you know, sensible. So, leaving it there, next episode we will get this security procedure certification done. We will get the cell block A done, and obviously we've got other grants that we can do as well. So things like prison maintenance, which is something we've already been researching anyway. In fact, there you go. We can see we've got 1, 2 of it done already, researching the others, so we should be fine. And then having the janitor and the gardener cleaning stuff up and whatnot should then increase the, or reduce the need for a nice and crappy environment. Hang on, no. It reduces the dirt, which then increases the... happiness of the staff because there's not, you know, mildew on the sofa. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.